Welcome to Divine Rhythm family. This is your big brother beloved. Today I got another word for you, and we're going to be talking about the Sinderella story. Not the Cinderella story, but the Sinderella story. I kind of coined this just from taking a look at what codependency really is, not just for women, but also for men, and what that really looks like. I'm trying to extract some of these values from the Bible and stories that we can look at to say, you know what, this kind of deals with codependency. This kind of deals with maybe trauma. This kind of deals with things of that nature that leaves a lot of individuals and situations that can be considered mentally ill. The reason why they are partaking in self-sabotaging behaviors, right? Or the reason why they're continuing to look back, right? Continue to look back at things that really do not serve them. One of the stories that I want to talk about here, first and foremost, let's go over for those that don't know what Cinderella is, and I would be really surprised if you don't, but we got just all types of generations here. We got older individuals, younger individuals, just, you never know. You just never know. So Cinderella is really a story of a young woman whom was staying with step parents, I believe, or aunties or somebody of, a higher authority that was considered family or safe. And she was being abused. She was being abused in that particular situation. And I think that it's safe to say that she sought out for a life change. And that came when she had attended a party. She ended up coming across her husband. They got married and they live happily ever after, right? That's the Cinderella story, right? For Disney, for the kids, right? But the story that I wanna really highlight here, and like I stated before, I'm coining this so that we could take a look at what a lot of us are dealing with when it comes to just trauma, especially childhood trauma. Because, just like Cinderella, she's growing up, she's being abused by those whom are close to her, right? The Cinderella story is that these individuals are partaking in sin. Like, she is the one being trespassed against, right? She's being abused. She's being manipulated. She's been traumatized in many ways, whatever that is for individuals that are dealing with these things. And when she gets older, she's seeking for that life change. She's seeking for reasons why, or reasons for that change, right? Or ways to be able to, receive a life change, something that was different from her childhood, right? Or her predicament that she's in right now. So I wanted to take a look at individuals in the Bible that may have had these type of childhood situations and why they did the things that they did. Now, like I stated before, this is going to be coined, so take this in consideration, right? I had to take a look at the story of Delilah and Samson, right? And I'm taking a look at Delilah because, in the story of Delilah and Samson, we know that Delilah was technically bought out. She was bought out. I mean, um, it's safe to say that she was the individual that, did everything she could to gain the relationship from Samson, right? She was catering to him. She was womanly. She didn't hold back her ways or her body. She gave herself up for him. However, in the end, she ended up selling him out, right? She could be bought out. These are the type of individuals that say, hey, look, money, right? Money is my motive. Money is my reason to have you around. You are literally just a dollar sign, right? If somebody came along with more money, we wouldn't even be having a relationship. But it makes me think about codependency in so many different ways, because what she saw was valuable was money. What a lot of individuals nowadays, due to childhood trauma, due to that abuse at a young age, they don't know what it is to be in a relationship that's healthy. They don't know what healthy relationships look like. So when I was taking a look at this story, I was like, why would she sell him out if she genuinely had feelings for Samsung? She was doing things that she thought was beneficial for Samsung. However, when the opportunity came to say, hey, look, we'll give you this that she thought was valuable to sell out Samsung, she went for it. So I think that a lot of times when women are growing up and they have these traumatic situations that as a child, or they've been in situations where they've been cheated on, they've been in situations where they've been manipulated, they've been in situations where they've been undermined, right, taken advantage of for the things that they have, their body, their resources and things of that nature. They're so easily influenced by just the value of things, and this is the values of things that may not even be helpful for them, right? So if somebody came along, let me put it in simple terms. If somebody came along and you were in a relationship with this individual, and y'all doing good, seem like y'all doing good, y'all going out having a good time, and experiencing new things together, and it seems as if for a time period y'all was doing good. But then somebody else come along and it seems as if they start acting weird now. They start acting differently now, and now they're treating you differently. You're coming across issues, you're coming across obstacles because somebody else was able to come in and provide them something else that they deemed is more valuable than you all's relationship. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is codependency, because so many women, so many men out there sell themselves short to another person who may come in with a bag of money, or saying drugs. They, whatever they deem as valuable, they will sell themselves short, and that can be seen as being codependent on not a person but a drug, right? This is the reason why I'm stating that this is a Cinderella story for Delilah, because most of what Delilah is, she's just an individual that can be bought out. Anybody that can provide her something better than what you're providing her right now, she going with that. It doesn't matter if you all share lovely moments, y'all got vows, none of that. If she was able to get something that seemed as if this is more valuable than what this man is providing me right now, she will take it. So you just got to watch out for individuals whom don't know what it looks like to have one of those healthy relationships, or is not striving to have a real healthy relationship, or even know what that is. So Delilah is definitely one of those, the one that can be bought out, right? Another one that I saw that may have been dealing with, like I stated, childhood trauma, or have dealt with situations where they are not doing the necessary things to have a healthy relationship with others. So they partake in self-sabotaging behaviors, or unethical, make unethical decisions that can rob them from healthy relationships, right? Jezebel is definitely one of those individuals whom, in her relationship, she's just a control freak. These individuals may have dealt with that same type of trauma, right? May have dealt with individuals whom were controlling over them. Hurt people. And I just, I'm really coining this. And like I said it before, a lot of times when individuals are dealing with past traumas, past, circumstances that they haven't healed from, this spills over into their present relationships. It's just, she's a control freak. She's inconsiderate. She refuses to turn away from just sexual immorality. These are the type of women, or even men, who are dealing with the fact that, hey, look, I know this is wrong, I shouldn't be doing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Hey, look, they manipulators. They try to control how you think, the way you think, what you do, the way you do things, because they themselves are dealing with childhood trauma, childhood situations that they may have been manipulated, they may have been controlled in certain type of ways, and they are not taking the necessary steps to heal properly. And this is the reason why I said, Jezebel has to be on the Cinderella list, because she may have dealt with that in her childhood. She may have dealt with somebody that was over controlling. Where did she learn this behavior from? And to go as far as to not even repent, to know that what I'm doing is wrong. What I'm doing, like I'm out here trying to kill people because they don't agree with what I say, right? She's willing to go about trying to kill people because they are not agreeing with what she wants and what she says, right? Anybody that is willing to just harm you because of disagreement, right? Jezebel, control freaks, inconsiderate, and they refuse to turn away or say that what they did was wrong. They refuse to take accountability and the decision that they made, right? Maybe because they've had traumatic situations as a child, right? Whom, the people that did them wrong, or did her wrong, may have not actually said sorry, may have not actually came and had any type of closure, any type of communication on the things that they have been trespassed on, right? They didn't. Their perpetrator never came and said, "Look, I'm sorry. This is what I did. I want to come and make things right. And if it's not right, I completely understand." They didn't get that, so they're not trying to get that to nobody else. If they are the perpetrator, right? They're the individuals that's going out there controlling people, situation, manipulating individuals, and not saying sorry for the immoral sexual behavior against other individuals, and then their lies, false teachings, just all type of mess. They will die with the lie. This is Jezebel. So this is definitely one of those individuals I had to put on the Cinderella list here. Another person, or I want to say people, individuals here that I want to be able to add on to this list, because keep in mind the Cinderella story is really, and I have to revamp this because I'm going a lot of places and I'm coining this. The Cinderella story is really individuals whom are dealing with issues that may come from the home, right? Old traumatic situations that they are not taking the necessary steps to be able to heal from traumatic situations that have caused them pain in the past, right? It's like PTSD. They're going through the same situation every single time that things may arise, right? I want to talk about Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Sodom and Gomorrah was not only partaking in homosexual behavior, right? They were also, this is not the reason why they got hit with the fiery sulfur. It was a lot of different reasons. It was like a compound effect of reasons why God said, you know what, I'm about to just kill everybody. This is out of control. They are doing a lot of things, and then homosexuality was really just a tipping of the, you know what, yeah, this is definitely an abomination. I'm going to make sure all of this is over with, right? So they were doing a lot of just detestable things like immoral behavior, pride, apathy, complacency, idleness, and unconcern for the unprivileged, right? They didn't concern about the homeless. They weren't concerned about the veterans. They weren't concerned about people who needed help, like people who really needed help, and their city, right? They just wasn't concerned. So I think this is from, again, the Cinderella story, right? Where individuals may have been dealing with, you know, relationships at a young age. These individuals here, whom, these guys were running to different households and knocking on doors, trying to gang rape men. This is the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. This was the tipping of the iceberg, right? They were literally running to different houses, trying to gang rape men. Like, who's to say the people that was a part of that gang wasn't gang raped themselves? Right? Who's to say the people that was going out there now partaking in this type of behavior, right? Now just, complacent, they don't have anything else to do, idleness, and they are partaking in these type of behaviors because they themselves had been gang raped themselves. You understand? So this is the reason why I was like, this can be definitely stemmed from, this behavior can be stemmed from their own trespass, right? Their own hurt in that particular situation, if they are not taking the necessary steps to be able to speak to it, recognize it, and heal properly This could simply be another Cinderella story on the list of just sins, right? Where individuals have past traumas and now they are partaking in this type of behavior because they have not done the necessary things to heal. So I want to talk about these things here because I think that a lot of people need to understand that, though you may feel what you're doing is not sinful. What you're doing is really light. Like, you may be Delilah, where you like, what, I don't feel like me going after somebody else while I'm in a relationship that could harm this guy or put this guy in some type of adverse situation. um I can be bought out. Somebody else came with some extra money. This man is only a dollar sign for me. Or Jezebel, if you're not doing what I tell you to do, you ain't nothing to me, right? Or you're just, now you're so traumatic, you're traumatized. You are now partaking in self-sabotaging behavior like Sodom and Gomorrah. So, we have to recognize where these things are coming from, and we also have to be able to speak to the issue so that we can take the necessary steps to heal going forward. This is really information. This is like a real informational video here, and I hope that this gave some insight to individuals that may be dealing with that codependency, because all of these stories are dealing with individuals who have, if you really think about it, who have an issue with codependency, an issue with being attached to other individuals that they need something from. They are wanting to get some type of value or wanting to get something that they want selfishly from other individuals. So, again, this is your big brother beloved. I pray that this helps somebody get some clarity. I pray that this helps somebody get some understanding. And you got to know, we got another day above land. I pray that you take care, take grace, and save space for love. Till next time.